All right, guys, so today we're going to talk about why do I need a locksmith? I guess a lot of, the reason why I want to make this video too is I would put it this way. Most people don't really know what locksmiths do. We've talked about it before. For a trade that's been around thousands of years, most people don't really know what locksmiths do. It's funny because every time I tell someone, oh, what do you do for them? Oh, I own a locksmith shop, or I'm a locksmith, or whatever it is. Oh, you open cars? Like, that's the first thing they say. I'm like, yep, that's exactly what we do. We open cars, that's it. No, but yeah, so why do I need a locksmith, or when would you need a locksmith? Well, many different reasons, and we'll just stick to the locksmith side of things. Although, for instance, our company is more of a professional security company. We do locksmithing as well as access control, badge readers, code entry, fingerprint readers, CCTV camera systems, and then safes, and then all the other locksmith stuff that comes with them. So we'll stick to the basic locksmith stuff, and let's talk about why you need a locksmith, but we're gonna stick to the main things that most locksmiths do. I'm not gonna branch out into the companies like ours that do a lot more than just your basic locksmithing. So, residential and commercial locksmith, and I have some notes here. And also there's a pretty good quote I'm gonna share with you too. It's got, locks may well be both the most commonly used and most neglected mechanical device in the average home. So i.e. everyone essentially needs a locksmith. I remember before I became a locksmith, I would look at it on the door and it was almost like, that's been there all these years. I've never really noticed it. Yeah, I use it all the time, but I have no idea how it works. I have no idea how it gets on the door. I have no idea anything about it, because most people don't even pay attention to locks because they're just there. You put your key in, you go, and you move on with your life. So why do you need a locksmith? Well, some of the most common things that we do then. Residential locksmithing, let's talk about that. One of the most common is rekeying a house, right? So you move into a new home, you say, well, I don't want the previous person who lived here to have a key, or if it's a new home, I don't want the construction company to have a key to my house. So I need to rekey my house. Or some people will be thinking they need to replace all the hardware in order to accomplish that, which you don't. All you really need to do is have a locksmith come out and change the key that operates the locks. We take apart the lock, we take out the old pins, we create a new key, we match the pins to the new key, put it in the lock, put it back on the door. Old key doesn't work, new key works. So that's one of our most common services that we offer, which is rekeying, whether it's residential or commercial. And 99.99% of all locks can be rekeyed. Like literally most every lock can be rekeyed. There are some that can't, obviously. Some aren't made to be taken apart and changed or messed with. But rekeying, big one. Or if you're a company and you let go of an employee, hey, I need to change the locks today. They'll say change the locks, but we're not really changing the locks. We're just changing the key that operates the locks. It's called rekeying. So that happens a lot. Your business owner, hey, I just fired this guy. He has a key. He didn't want to give it back, or I don't know if he made a copy of it. Come change the key on my building so that he doesn't get it, so he can't gain access. So that would be another reason why you need to use it. Also, stolen or missing keys. If someone has your keys, then you definitely need to rekey your locks. There are high security keyways and restricted key systems that you can put in place, which are keys that you can't just get copied anywhere. So those are available. We do those too for home. Sometimes we'll put in added security, things that make your door harder to be kicked in, or things that keep your kid from just running out the door into your pool or the street, or electronic deadbolt, or a Ring doorbell, or things like that. So all those general hardware things for your door. Or my door lock won't lock right. It's rubbing really hard every time I turn the key, or things like that. That's your most common times you're gonna need a locksmith for residential, at least. And commercial, it's basically the same thing, but just commercial, different hardwares, door closers, panic bars, basic locks and levers and knobs. So rekeying, hardware replacement, hardware is defective, you need to replace it because it's broken, or you just want something new. Those are a lot of our common things in residential and commercial. Also, people call us because either a lock is failing, or it's not working correctly, or they want to add more hardware in the house, but they want the new hardware to match the current key. or the door's stuck and won't latch, or they're locked out of the house. We get that all the time too. It's emergency services. So we have emergency services where, hey, I'm locked out of the house, I need you to come get me in. Or I'm locked out of my car, I need you to come get me in the car. Locked out of my business, or whatever you're locked out of. Locked out of my safe, right? If you need locked out of your safe, we can get you in your safe too. So those are other reasons why you need a locksmith. People just forget there's combinations on their safes, or it's defective and it broke and now we need to get into it and repair it. Or someone needs a safe, or someone needs a car key or remote for their vehicle. Locksmiths do that kind of stuff also, we do. That's more automotive locksmithing. So touching on automotive, there's no need to go to the dealership and pay these high, ridiculous prices when locksmiths usually can do it at a fraction of the price. Usually we're 50% cheaper than the dealership, and you're getting the same thing. There's not like they have some special product that you're giving and we're giving you a B-level version of that. No, we're giving you the same thing. You know, we could do OEM or, you know, a different type of a knockoff, so to say, brand. But locksmiths can do that as well. If you lose all your car keys all together for your vehicle, we can come out to your vehicle, make a key from scratch, get you right back on the road. Dealerships can't do that. They'll have you tow the vehicle to them, then they'll do what they need to do. And most of the time they're gonna have to, if it's not the original key, then they'll have to pull the ignition, replace the things. We can do things that they can't without having to replace some things too. So, because that's what we do. So to summarize this, you can kind of put it in a couple categories. You'll need a locksmith for emergency services. For example, locked out of your car, locked out of your house, locked out of your safe, or needing to rekey your business urgently because you let someone go. Those are kind of emergency services. Then there's your residential, commercial, right? Rekeying, hardware replacement, added security, things like that. And then we have, you know, safes, and the automotive that we discussed with the lost car keys. So those are the most things that why you need a locksmith. Most locksmiths do the whole variety of commercial, residential, automotive, safes. Maybe not safes on some of them, maybe not automotive on some of them. But for the most part, most locksmiths or well-rounded companies do all of those different varieties of services. So if you're ever in need for a locksmith, you know, look us up, Guardian Safe and Lock. We do all the services as well as many other services that are security related. Hopefully this explains a little bit more about what we do, although it's very hard to explain to people what we do without them needing us. But if you ever have a key issue, if you ever have a door hardware issue or a safe issue or anything, look up a locksmith, look up a local locksmith, have them come out and they'll be able to take care of you. So hopefully this gives you some information. We appreciate you tuning in as always. Thanks for the support. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We also have 2 other channels, Udropreneur and Guardian Approved. We'll put the links up here for you so you can check those channels out. We appreciate the support as always. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. We're on all the social media platforms. We appreciate the support as always, and thanks for tuning in.